So my name is Fahad. I'm 22 years old. I'm a Muslim. I was born and bred in the UK. I live here. I work here. And I wanted to make this video just to kind of introduce myself. And this is for myself, really, to make it clear why I made this channel and my intentions behind it. I think before we go into any of that, I think it's important to know kind of where I'm at in life. So, for the past few years, I've kind of been working on myself, trying to figure things out. I think as a young man, when you're in your teens and early 20s, it's kind of hard to work out what you want and hard to understand where you're at in life and what your kind of purpose is. Not to say I have it all completely worked out, but I do think my mind is a lot clearer now after going through a lot of different things, trying a lot of different things. And as a Muslim as well, I feel like there's not much actually specific information out there that relates to us as young Muslim men. So for me, my intention is to help even one young man, young person, kind of figure out what they want to do with their life and not even figure out what they want to do, just give them some sort of grounding and purpose for them to even make one good decision and maybe even change their life if that's what Allah has blessed me the opportunity to do. But and I mention Allah because at the end of the day, that's who we seek the pleasure of. And for me, I only want to do this for the sake of Allah, for the pleasure of Allah. And I don't want this to be something that is kind of doing it just for the clout or the money. I don't want to be ego driven. My intention is to kind of just do it for others and to have that positive impact so that Allah is pleased with me. And I think it's very hard nowadays to kind of stay on track and keep that intention. So, and that is another reason why I made this video, just to kind of remind myself and have that kind of proof there that, yeah, this is the beginning and I don't want to do this for anyone else other than Allah. And hopefully I will be coming back to this like quite a lot when I speak, because at the end of the day, as Muslims and as young Muslim men, that is ultimately what we should be doing anything for. And I think that is kind of lost in today's society. So maybe I should mention a few other things about myself before I kind of start waffling and talking about this and that. At the end of the day, this is only supposed to be an introduction to me and why I have kind of made this channel. So I've not mentioned this yet either, I don't think, but Alhamdulillah, in December 2024, I got married, Alhamdulillah, to my wife now. And as a young man, that was one of the biggest and best decisions that I have ever made, Alhamdulillah. Honestly, I can't describe to you kind of what that the impact truly is on a young man that does get married at that age. And I'm not saying I'm special or anything like that, but I know at the moment the trend is kind of, especially in the West, and some actually I know in a lot of other places too, not just the West, but a man is expected to have a house and a job and a certain amount of money and car and all this kind of stuff before he does get married. But I did not have any of that. Genuinely, I was a uni student, kind of just getting by, doing his essays and stuff. But I took that risk because I knew that I was doing it to protect myself. And at the end of the day, it was for the sake of Allah that I made that decision. And I had a lot of faith and trust in Allah. You need to have tawakkul if you're going to make that kind of decision. Not to say that I'm the most like I have the most tawakkul out of anybody or anything like that. That's not what I'm trying to say, but I think that having that faith and that belief that Allah will make a path for you if your intention is correct, it is one of the most important things. Allah will always make a way, even when you think that there is no other opportunity. And it's so cliche, but once you start implementing that into every part of your life, you will realize just what you were kind of missing out on before. So, yeah, I think that explains a lot about myself and why I wanted to make this channel and to help people. And I'm not out for fame or clout or ego, like I said before, or money even. Alhamdulillah, Allah has provided for me and He's blessed me with a lot. So for me, it's just about helping people and helping others. And whoever you are, inshallah, I'm able to kind of have a positive impact on you as well. My intention in terms of like actually where I want to go with the channel and stuff is kind of, I want to be able to coach and mentor people to kind of sort themselves out essentially at the end of the day, with that kind of Islamic influence. Because at the end of the day, I'm not a scholar, I'm not an imam or anything like that. I don't know anything. Obviously, like, I try and stay away from major sins and minor sins, and I try and keep my intentions clean and hide the bad that I do, hide the good that I do. But everything I do is with the intention of seeking the pleasure of Allah, and hopefully whoever you are out there, that is, maybe even that's not your intention right now, but as a Muslim man and living your life, all the good that you do, and probably all your goals and hopes and dreams, they all can most likely be linked back to doing everything for the sake of Allah. I can't imagine anyone is out there trying to do bad things, if you know what I mean. You're not trying to get girls or anything like that in that way. If you know what I'm talking about, that's not what I'm kind of here for. That's not what we're not trying to look smacks or anything like that. It's more just about seeing where your life's at, what are the issues, where are you at, how can we kind of solve it. So like my job right now is kind of do with project management and all that kind of stuff. I like to think I'm okay at like seeing a project, because I think that's what life is almost. You can break it down into mini projects, and the more you break them down, it becomes easier to kind of work on them. And this can be applied to anyone's life. So I'm hoping that I can kind of provide that skill set to people that maybe either are unable to do that for themselves or just need someone to guide them through that process, and specific frameworks, for example, that I use to audit my life almost, and kind of try and do what's best and make myself live, or yourself live, a satisfactory life, one that's filled with gratitude and happiness and salah and iman and dhikr and all these kinds of things that give us fulfillment. That's my intention. So hopefully I can provide that to even one person, inshallah. If Allah gives me the opportunity, I'll do my best.